Hello and welcome back to another video. It's been a little bit of time since I've done one, purely because the day job's been so busy and I had a bit of backlog in stock to get through, and that meant I also couldn't get in more stock. But we're back and we've got a great one here. We've got a Sega Mega Drive 2, and if you like your retro gaming consoles, check out my playlist. Fun fact is the Sega Master System 1 recently featured has actually been bought by the National Science Museum, so it'll be heading down there to London for I guess for either use or to be put in a display. So a bit weird when your childhood goes in a display, but yeah, really great that that's going down to there. Now, as with most of my videos, I'll look over the console, we'll look at its condition, I'll point out bits and bobs for the listings, but at the same time we'll talk about anything that's different, and then we'll have a demonstration, and for that I'm going to be using Earthworm Jim. So 1993, Sega bring out the Sega Mega Drive 2, which when I was a young lad really threw me, because I was used to playing the Sega Mega Drive 1, went around to a friend's house to play the Mega Drive, and I'm going, what's this? Is this a new console that's come out? Thinking that the 2 was a new one. Really, it was just like a reskin. It's like when they've gone from an Xbox 360 to a Slim. What they did was they reduced, it's 1993, they reduced the size of the device, obviously the styling as well, with the orange buttons which match with the controller, which we'll look at in a second. What they also did was they dropped one of the connections from the back and changed the size of the AV port, so it's a smaller port with the support stereo sound, and just with the power there. And then the motherboard was a little bit cheaper, less complex, and also drew less power. Condition wise, this is pretty good. You got some light scratches just here and here, but other than that, you know, you got this kind of gloss circle, a little bit reminiscent of the one in there, but then it is really a style all of its own. So yeah, just little, when you get these kind of satin designs, you just get very small amounts of wear here and there, but nothing crazy, as you can see. You know, so I'd just say this is good condition for its age, to be honest. And as with all my stuff, I've opened it up, stripped it down, cleaned it, checked it all out, and all that kind of stuff. So that's the console. For the controllers, this version here is the 1605-50, and they built the controllers a little bit different. The first ones are really prone to damage around the D-pad, but they reinvented the internal designs. What you're looking for is white ABC across the top, trigger at the bottom, an orange start button, and again I've stripped this one down, cleaned it all out and rebuilt it, so you're not going to get any of that horrible muck that always seems to accumulate around the edges. And all the buttons are lovely and responsive, both in their feel, because they're no longer gunked up, but also when you're playing a game they react straight away. So yeah, really nice look actually. And I guess if this was the first console you had, it really probably still looks quite nice on you know, on display. But you know, I'm still a one fan, because that's where I came in. Paired with this, we also have the original AV out. So unlike the Mega Drive 1, where you just could use a normal RF cable, for this one because they've reduced the ports, you have to have the AV out connection on this end. It'll go into here. In the UK, you want that set to I for because it's basically a PAL setting, the I and the G, and then that will then go into your TV. And as a reminder, you'll then go into your TV and you'll tune it, so you'll be looking for just like aerial stations, like terrestrial stations, tune through, and eventually, as long as this is on with the game in, it will look for that signal, find it, and you're gonna save the channel, and that will let you then see what this is outputting. So that's an original one included. And then finally, you have the correct Mega Drive 2 AV power, which is 1636-05, and you can see there that's the Sega one. So yeah, quick canter through, but that's the console. And then what we're going to do, I thought I would grab one of the later games released. So this is Earthworm Jim, released in 1994, so a year after this one came out. I'll just do some editing. I'll be plugging all this in, and then we'll break the fourth wall, we'll bring the TV in, and we'll just have a little play through for about 5 or so minutes, and then we'll come back, summarize, and that'll be the video. So bear with me whilst I get set up. Okay, I'm back with you. All I've done is insert the RF cable into the aerial socket at the back. It's been tuned in, we're powered up, and Earthworm Jim is in. So on the front, I'm hitting the power button now. And what I've quickly show you, if you just hit the reset button, that works absolutely fine. And you won't see it obviously because you're looking at the monitor, but there's also a little glowing red light which comes on in a grill in between the two buttons, and that works as well. So one of the reasons I really like Earthworm Jim is because the colours are really vibrant. It almost seems like it shouldn't be able to have this kind of style of graphics in a game on the Mega Drive. I just think they've done a fantastic job. So this is why this one sits in my collection. I can't remember. I definitely had Earthworm Jim. I'm not sure if I remember playing it on the Game Gear or the Mega Drive. But yeah, I own it from the Mega Drive anyway. So let's get started now. New Junk City is the first one. So what I want to show you quickly is the responsiveness. So it should be in here. So this is his gun. But that's where you want this. You don't have to squish the buttons. You want instant response. There's his head. Here's jumping. Left, right, and then you'll see up in a second when I go on the ladder as well. So if I go on the ladder, sorry, this thing here. So if I press up there, you can see straight away instant response. So the controls are great. So now I'll take my hands out of the way and just have a go on here. So yeah, Earthworm Jim, great soundtrack, really lovely vivid colours. I love how you got all these little things like when you jump, as you can see there. If you jump and then hit jump again, you can kind of helicopter with his head. Use these to attack things or grapple, and then also you have your gun, although you have to be fairly sparing with the ammo. So. And there's loads of different ways, like hidden things and stuff to explore. So if you hit this, I think the cow goes flying. There he goes. Cow, it's just full. These crows are a nightmare. It's full of ridiculousness. So you bounce around on these tires. I can't remember if you can. I don't think you can. Well, that would have been a good jump actually. There we go. Get this right, and then I'm pretty sure you just have to jump onto that. There's another route up to that top, I'm sure of it. But yeah, you can jump off early, get some ammo, and then come out. Lots of options of how to explore, but I get you're seeing how reactive the controller is as I'm going around. Don't think I can't remember. I can never get those because there's no way to go jump upwards onto things. You can only. Oh, he says. Maybe there's like an extra large jump you can do. That's the first time I've ever managed to get one of those ammo dumps. Oh right, yes, you can scrabble across there. You can't go that far though. Maybe I'm missing something with like an extra high jump. If you go down, it's one of those ones that's a total maze depending on which way you want to go. So I probably could have gone upwards. And then this bit, yeah. So you just got to avoid the garbage. Oh, get off me. As it comes down. Seems a bit mean that crow coming to get you at the same time you're climbing up. There's a continue. But yeah, a really good game. I certainly think I'm almost positive this would have also come out on the Game Gear as well. I don't know. I'm guessing did it come out on the Nintendo equivalent? But it seems to suit a Sega because just the vividness, the soundtrack, the silliness of it. So that back at the time, obviously, Sega was all about taking a bit more of a silly approach in its marketing. I'm just going to go up there and see what happens. But yeah, it just doesn't seem like something you'd expect to see on a Mega Drive. You'd expect to see it almost on a, I don't know, maybe, I guess it's a platform, but like an N64 or something like that. Or a later console anyway. Get up. Oh, I got that continued, didn't I? So I don't know how far to the end of the level, but if for those guys who want to stay with me, we'll give it a go. Right, there's something up there, isn't there? Right at the top of the screen. It's not giving me it though. See that shining there, but it's not letting me have it. See what? When they grab you, like a dog or a crow or something, they're pretty relentless. They don't like go straight away. I would imagine if I fall down there'll be spikes there, but right, where's that dog was up there, wasn't it? Not this time, crow. Wonder if we can lure it out. Or not. Right, well we learned that time, didn't we? So that's good. Let's see how. Wasn't able to. Oh, those dogs are ruthless. There's a continue. Go on, get it. Just about survived that one. Let's go one more. A minute. Get off me. Right, something got me before I jumped up, didn't it? Yeah, right, okay, there we go. So there's another life. I've no idea how to get that though. See, nice touches like this, like you have to propel yourself along. I might have screwed myself over there because I killed. Oh no, it's come back. That's fine. Away from the crow. Ah, yeah, that's going to be. Gonna have to go back, aren't I, to go forwards? That's probably why it gives you that ammo here. Okay, right. So I'm guessing with this one, it's just going to keep throwing rubbish at me. I tell you what, he doesn't hold any punches after he does his little dance. You can't even, like, when you stop shooting and try and move, it's too late before the objects hit you on the head. Like there, you can't stop shooting before it hits you. So I wonder if we just wait. He likes to do his dance, doesn't he, after this? Oh, you can jump off him. It's just got a ton of shots into it. We shall say no. I failed you. I failed you guys. Right, so bringing you back into here just to finish off the video. So what you saw was, so there's the light I was talking about. So you had the console with the original power cable, original controller, and an AV out cable. And yeah, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe. It really helps me grow the channel. And until the next one, all the best, take care and see ya.